Well, sorry about that. Am I tired of the Rc390? Is it time to upgrade to a new bike? I'm not really sure. I've definitely been thinking about a new bike within the last couple weeks or so. But I'm on the fence. There's a lot more to be learned about the Rc390. It's a wonderful bike, very nimble, and today was a great, experience. I actually had it on the racetrack, the racetrack I mentioned earlier that was built in the backyard of Alan Wiltzig, and I got basically no chicken strips left. I've hit the peg a couple times, but I still think there's more to be learned. So I don't know if it's time yet to move on. And but one thing that's sort of brought this topic up again is, so I did that 2-hour run again today, 4 hours riding. So I did 4 hours on the Rc390 today. I did 2 hours heading up to upstate New York. I don't even know what the name of the town is I was in. And I did 2 hours coming back. All in one day. I guess the feeling I have is that the bike is certainly highway capable. And it's certainly not torturous being on the bike for me. It's not like, whoa, my arm is killing me, this thing is vibrating too much, it's so loud, it's not like that. In fact, I'm even thinking now, what was my issue? It was a good ride. It's complicated, man, because after the 2-hour ride, considering whatever it is that I'm trying to articulate, which clearly is something negative, there's something negative about my ride coming back. But that being said, it's crazy because at the end of my ride, I didn't want it to end. I don't know. When I was on the road with an hour to go, there was something about, I just didn't feel like, doing an hour ride. It wasn't a major thing, but I definitely, there was something there. Whatever it was, somehow it ended at the end of the trip. As a matter of fact, the last 30 to 40 minutes, first of all, most of the trip was no traffic. And the last 40 minutes or so, no traffic. I'm just 102, 103, 104, 106, right? Straight cruising. And I'm just dipping in and out, making my safe lane changes, but I am moving, right? And at the end of it, I was alternating between just like really moving fast and just blending in with traffic, depending on conditions and, whether I see potential hiding spots up ahead. But when I finally got to my, the final area that I was heading to, I don't know. And I don't know if it's, I think it's when I got off the bike. I got off the bike to go shopping. I don't recall how I felt when I arrived. I know I was enjoying, just like really dipping through and moving the last 30 minutes or so, but when I arrived at the store, I don't think I was particularly in a good, having a great time. But I went into the store for about 12 minutes, shopping for some USB cables.
And then when I got out, what the hell is on my toe? When I got out, I was
I put on my gear and I put on my tunes. Maybe it was the music, I don't know. And I just felt like, I can't believe I'm only at that point 7 minutes away from home. I felt like I wanted to have some fun. I almost wanted to go to my spot where I go to practice. I definitely wanted to ride in a manner that would probably attract way too much attention, to go all that distance and no issues, and then to get home and then cause myself some drama would not be a good thing. But I just felt very, I don't know how to describe it, but I wanted to enjoy the bike. I wanted to have fun with the bike. Quick acceleration, some nice tight turns, just really enjoy the bike. And I don't know what that was about. But what spurred this podcast was, during the journey, I had some mixed feelings about what I was doing. Now, in comparison, the Rc390, very uncomfortable with the wrists. Even with my techniques, it's just bad ergonomics. I would not want to do an hour on that bike, much less 2. That's something that would really be, I'd have some pain or significant discomfort, but I don't have that with the Rc390. I did not have that today. So again, it wasn't anything in particular that I was like, whoa, this sucks. So chances are it wasn't even necessarily the bike. It was more so my state of mind. Haven't been getting my full sleep. I have so much stuff on my plate right now. I'm falling behind on a couple of things. So that's my state. And I worked really hard today filming a lot of stuff at the event. And then, now I'm an hour into the ride. I'm kind of over it. But somewhere in my mind, I felt like, it would have been nice if I had a more appropriate bike to be doing, long distance. Thought about the MT10, thought about the Hayabusa, and I questioned myself how much better that it would have been, because once again, I wasn't having any major issues. So, I don't know, man. It's not the first time I've been on the bike, and I kind of, the idea of, I just want to get off. How much more time do I have to my destination? Oh, man. 40 more minutes. Wow. 50 more minutes. Wow. You see, it's got to be that the roads I'm on just suck, because on that last trip where I was coming back in and I had a similar feeling of, just, I don't know, it's just, things weren't working out for me, right? And I totally lost my chain of thought. I apologize. I'm tired, guys. Working all day, 4 hours round trip. Now my brain is like escaping me. So, on that note, I think I was saying I don't know how much better I would have felt on the Hayabusa or a more appropriate bike. But that's actually a valid question. it's a potential that my issue was not the bike, it was more so boredom. You know, I wasn't really enjoying the bike. You know, it wasn't a road for me to really enjoy the bike. I mean, pretty much that's a cruise control road. I mean, you're just, for the most part, maintaining a certain speed, just staying in your lane, keeping in between the lane or whatever. Just not very challenging, not very fun. A lot of it just boring scenery, monotonous. So maybe that's what it is. Like just bored, tired and bored, and just want to get off the bike. If I was on a more comfortable bike, I mean, I wouldn't be as fatigued as I feel now, perhaps. But the boredom thing is still a thing, right? So I don't know. I'm gonna keep making my mental notes, but I'm not really sure whether I'm not really sure whether it's the potential issues that I'm. And don't get me wrong, I've been enjoying my rides, but there's again multiple points where I've been, you know, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Type of thing. But again, you know, Honda Goldwing, Hayabusa, doesn't matter. Any of those bikes on that same road I was on, I mean, am I not going to want to also be like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? I'm on a Hayabusa. Okay, I'm much more comfortable. Okay, and you know what I mean? Like you're still an hour away from home. You've got an hour on this bike, but I'm comfortable. Okay, you're comfortable, but an hour, right? So that's potentially what I'm thinking. My brain is totally shutting down right now. I'm so tired, guys. I'm just gonna stop this live stream because I'm gonna start rambling. I think I'm rambling already. So answer is I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to upgrade. I'm on the fence. But there you have it. This is your Fast Life Motorcycle channel, the most awesome motorcycle channel in the universe. I'm just playing. Alright, guys. Hit the bell. Hit the like button. Hit something. Not your wife, though. Alright, guys.